My brother kicked me out over his wife's lies. Now they're homeless with kids, and I refuse to let them step foot in my home again. 3 years ago, I was broke, fresh out of college, working minimum wage at a dead-end retail job. My brother Tom let me crash at his place with his pregnant wife Karen. I was genuinely grateful. Did all the cooking, cleaning, grocery runs, yard work, anything to help out and earn my keep. For the first few months, everything seemed fine. Tom and I have always been close, and Karen was polite enough. She was dealing with morning sickness and mood swings, so I tried to stay out of her way and be as helpful as possible without being annoying. But slowly, Karen started dropping hints. We'll need more space when the baby comes. Then comments got more pointed. It's going to be hard having a newborn with someone else in the house. I figured she was just nesting, you know? Pregnant women need their space. Then she got nastier. One day when Tom was at work, she cornered me in the kitchen and claimed I'd been flirting with her and making inappropriate comments. Complete fabrication. She's my brother's wife. That thought never even crossed my mind. It was disgusting to even hear her say it. I tried to laugh it off, thinking she was having some kind of pregnancy hormone moment, but she doubled down, saying I made her feel unsafe and uncomfortable in her own home. She said she'd already talked to Tom about it. When Tom got home that night, he was ice cold toward me. Wouldn't even look me in the eye during dinner. The next morning, he pulled me aside and said Karen felt threatened by my presence. Without even asking for my side of the story, he gave me exactly 48 hours to pack up and leave. His own brother. I begged him to listen to me. Tried to explain that Karen was lying, but he'd already made up his mind. I have to protect my family, he said, like I wasn't family. Like I was some random creep off the street. So I packed my few belongings and left. Had to sleep in my beat-up Honda Civic for 3 weeks, showering at the local gym, eating nothing but ramen noodles and peanut butter sandwiches. Meanwhile, they're posting happy pregnancy photos on social media, acting like the perfect couple preparing for their bundle of joy. It was the lowest point of my life, but it also motivated me like nothing else ever had. I worked double shifts, saved every penny, applied for better jobs constantly, finally landed a decent position at a tech startup, kept grinding, living like a monk, saving everything. Within 2 years, I had enough for a down payment on a small house. Nothing fancy, but it was mine. Got promoted twice more, started building an actual life for myself. No thanks to my so-called family. Fast forward to last month. I'm working in my garage when I hear a car pull up. Look outside and see Tom's beat-up minivan in my driveway. Tom gets out first, looking haggard and thin. Then Karen emerges with 2 young kids clinging to her legs. They all look rough, unwashed clothes, tired eyes. Tom approaches my front door nervously. Hey man, we need to talk. We're in a really bad spot right now. Turns out Karen had been lying about more than just me. She'd been secretly maxing out credit cards, taking cash advances, even borrowing against Tom's 401k without telling him. When everything came crashing down, they lost the house, Tom's credit was destroyed, and they'd been living in that minivan for 2 weeks. We need somewhere to stay, just temporarily, Tom says, like the last 3 years never happened. The kids are cold at night, and Karen's pregnant again. I looked at Karen standing behind him, finally seeing the real her. The manipulator who destroyed my relationship with my brother and nearly destroyed my life. She couldn't even make eye contact. Remember when you threw me out based on her lies? I asked Tom. When I was family and needed help? When I begged you to just listen to my side? Tom's face went pale. He knew exactly what I was talking about. That was different. This is about the kids. You're right, it was different. I was innocent. I was family, and you chose to believe her lies over your own blood. Tom started to say something else, but I held up my hand. I spent weeks sleeping in a car just like the one you drove up in, eating ramen for every meal, all because she lied and you chose not to believe me. Please, Tom whispered. I was wrong. I should have listened, but the kids. Should have thought about the kids before you let your wife destroy this family. I stepped back inside and closed the door. Watched through my front window as they stood there for a few more minutes before getting back in their minivan and driving away. My phone buzzed with texts from Tom for days, calling me heartless, saying I was punishing innocent children, but some bridges burn for good reason. Sometimes karma doesn't need your help, it just needs time.